I'm one of those unlucky people who had a happy childhood. Nobody gets justice. People only get good luck or good luck. Life is an adventure of our own design, intersected by fate in a series of lucky and unlucky accidents. But there's no point in looking back and saying I was unlucky. It's true that there's no such thing as free will. We can help what we are, or what we do. It's not our fault. Nobody's to blame for anything. It's all in your background and your glands. If you were good, that's no achievement of yours. You were lucky in your glands. If you were rotten, nobody should punish you. You were unlucky. That's all. Shallow men believe in luck. Strong men believe in cause and effect. Pain from problems and disappointments, it is inevitable in life, but suffering is a choice determined by whether you choose to compare your experience and pain to something better, therefore feel unlucky and bitter, or to something worse and therefore feel lucky and grateful. People are lucky and unlucky not according to what they get absolutely, but according to the ratio between what they get and what they have been led to expect. It is in the nature of things that some people should be unlucky enough to get their heads chopped off. We must often visit yesterday to see how lucky or unlucky we are today. Speak of me as I am, nothing extenuate, nor set down aught in malice. I must have been born under an unlucky star. You know I have filled out entry blanks for every single drawing in the supermarket for the last 12 years, and the only thing I ever won was a coupon for a small little jar of tomato paste. But they were out of tomato paste, and by the time they got more in, my coupon had expired, and now I have in real disease. Once when I was young and true, someone left me sad, broke my brittle heart in two, and that is very bad. Love is for unlucky folk. Love is but a curse. Once there was a heart I broke, and that was somewhere on the moon. I am a great believer in luck, and I find the harder I work, the more I have of it. I cannot believe there is a God who punishes and rewards, for I see honest folk unlucky and rogues. There is an unlucky tendency to allow every new invention to add to life complications, and every new power to increase lives, hustling so that, unless we can dominate the mischief, we are really the worse off instead of the better. I never thought of myself as unlucky. When you aim higher, it's tough to get there unless something really fortunate happens. It's extremely unlucky to be superstitious, for no other reason than it is always unlucky to be colossally stupid. We look up and we hope the stars look down. We pray that there may be stars for us to follow, stars moving across the heavens and leading us to our destiny. But it's only our vanity. We look at the galaxy and fall in love, but the universe cares less about us than we do about it. And the stars stay in their courses however much we may wish upon them to do otherwise. It's true that if you watch the sky will turn for a while, you'll see a meteor fall. Don't tremble, don't stew. Some critters are much, or ever so much, much more unlucky than you. Only bad golfers are lucky. They were the ones bouncing balls off trees, curbs, turtles, and cars. Good golfers have good luck. When you hit the ball straight, a funny bounce is bound to be unlucky. I have gone fishing thousands of times in my life, and I have never once felt unlucky or poorly paid for those hours on the water. Secrets hidden at the heart of midnight are simply waiting to be dragged to the light, as on some unlucky high noon they always are. But secrets shrouded in the glare of candle are bound to defeat, and the most determined and agile inspector for the light is always changing and proves that the eye cannot be trusted. If you were unlucky enough not to have alcoholic parents, it takes you a whole lifetime of intoxication to overcome the dead weight of their virtues. Our actions seem to have their lucky and unlucky stars, to which a great part of that blame and that commendation is due which is given to the actions themselves. As we have seen, nobody is lucky enough not to be born. Everybody is unlucky enough to have been born, and particularly bad luck it is. Now, if we understand what unlucky persons are, we shall see that they are to be shunned, or that we are to consult with them only out of kindness or from sympathy, but without joining our interests with theirs. For they are persons who are not harmonious with the condition of things around them, and are as much at issue with life as a bird, who showed trait to live in the water, or a fish to float in the air. But lest some unlucky event should happen unfavourable to my reputation, I beg it may be remembered by every gentleman in the room that I this day declare with the utmost sincerity, I do not think myself equal to the command I am honoured with. Well, I see I am not designed to the finding out the philosopher's stone. I have been so unlucky in my first attempts in chemistry. An unlucky rich man is more capable of satisfying his desires and of reading out disaster when it strikes, but a lucky man is better off than him. He is the one who deserves to be described as happy, but until he is dead, you had better refrain from calling him happy, and just call him fortunate. When a nation or family is about to flourish, there are sure to be happy omens, and when it is about to perish, there are sure to be unlucky omens. No one is born just once. If you are lucky, you will emerge again in someone's arms, or unlucky, wake when the long tail of terror brushes the inside of your skull. Why do we fail? Is it because we are unlucky? Is it because we have not worked very hard? Is it because we have not invoked God's compassion and blessings? Is it because God has accepted this failure as an experience He wanted to have in our life? Is it because God granted this failure to us? Is it because God has willed that we should lose? No, not. It is for a different reason that we... If you ask people, as I often do, how they make decisions, lucky people will talk about tuning into information and instincts, while unlucky people often mention pushing away the uncomfortable feeling they were headed for trouble. Nothing is more condemnable than selfishness. A man who thinks of himself alone is the most unlucky person of all.